What's up everybody, Brian Tong here. In front of me, yes, this is the new M4 Mac Mini. We're gonna unbox it. We also have some friendly accessories, USB-C accessories, but this is really the most anticipated release for the Mac Mini in a while. This is a new redesign, the first redesign release since 2010, so I'm gonna bring my trusty little friend here. Actually, I forgot, I don't need it because Apple makes these pull tabs so easy, so you know what time it is, right? We like to get warm here, and we like to make sounds here. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull it here, okay? Ooh, yeah. Another. Oh, so nice. All right, so Mac Mini here. Apple sent these products over for the purpose of the review and unboxing. They'll go right back to them, just so y'all know. But let's just take this off and, whoa, ooh. See, not covered in paper, just fully exposed for you. And look at the size of this thing. This is 5 by 5 inches, okay? Actually feels pretty light, lighter than I thought in hand. Again, the smallest Mac Mini we've seen, the smallest desktop Apple has ever made. Let's just enjoy this part. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, so nice, so nice. All right, and then you have obviously like the shiny, dark metallic Apple logo there. If we look at this just from a design standpoint, all right, you have on the back here, it says Mac Mini engraved on the bottom. Now, the bottom, guess what everyone's looking at? Are you looking at the Mac Mini or are you looking at the power button? You're probably looking at this power button right here, and what I think is interesting about it is there was a lot of chatter on the internet and people like, oh, why are you gonna put a power button on the bottom? And I will say, I'm not defending Apple by any means. I mean, a power button on the bottom of the computer doesn't necessarily make sense, but two reasons why it might make sense. When you have the power button here, okay, how many times are you actually turning your computer on and off now? Whether it's a laptop, whether it's a desktop, I typically, once I turn it on, I let it sleep, I let it go idle, and I'm done with it. So, you know, yes, it's annoying that first time, and maybe when the power goes out, but I think most people probably keep their computers on now and just let them completely go to sleep and sit idle. I'm saying most people. Maybe you don't, and that's why you're so frustrated about it. Like, let's just do this to show you something real quick. How easy is it to turn on, yeah, I got small hands too. I'm not gonna be able to turn on. You're gonna have to physically lift it to turn on. But what, you can do that once every 6 months? I don't think that's a big deal. And the other reason why is if you put the power button anywhere here, just based on how they designed this, it would have had to been wider or like awkwardly placed here. You know, this is Apple doing Apple things because of design. So, you know, maybe not usability design, but just for aesthetics and cleanliness, it seems like a very Apple thing for me, for them to do. So we have that. Now down here on the bottom, you can see the entire venting system and the cooling system. This sucks in air. It flows through the entire levels of this Mac Mini, and then it spits out on the bottom of the foot, the hot air. So this keeps this cool, and performance-wise, we know M4 or M4 Pro, right? Now let's look at the other ports here. I'm gonna give you guys a top view here. We have the power, obviously. We have gigabit Ethernet. You can upgrade that to 10 gigabit if you want to. I believe it's a $100 upgrade. You can correct me if I'm wrong. HDMI to go directly to the display. And then these 3 Thunderbolt ports, if you're getting a M4 Mac Mini, those are gonna be Thunderbolt 4 ports. But if you upgrade to an M4 Pro Mac Mini, these are gonna be Thunderbolt 5 ports, which allows you to support connecting up to 3 displays, 6K resolution, 60 hertz, all at the same time. Pretty fantastic. Like, this is a Mac Mini, but this is a freaking super computer, right? So we have that. Let's just take a look at what else might be in the box. Obviously, you're probably gonna get a power cord, which I'm right about. Look, elegantly designed and wrapped in this nice material, completely, what is it? Fabric woven cable. You can see the details there. It plugs right in. This is, you know what? Someone's gonna correct me if I'm wrong, but this fabric woven cable, I've known them to be on like the round cables like for like Thunderbolt, but have they made fabric woven flat cables before? Someone's gonna be like, yeah, Brian, they did. Okay, just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a laptop guy, all right? So fabric woven power cable, flat, right? You see its flatness right there, okay? And then other than that, there should be nothing else other than like little manuals. Stickers? No stickers. No stickers. Okay. Also though, this is Apple's first completely carbon neutral Mac, right? This is part of their initiative, Apple 2030, to have all of their products carbon neutral by that year. So this is the first Mac that is carbon neutral great overall for the environment. We're talking about the materials, the recycled aluminum, the gold elements inside here on the circuit board. We're also talking about the packaging, the fiber packaging. So this is an accomplishment in itself, quite honestly. If you look at the industry, they've been really pushing this forward, and it's kind of like another layer that it feels good to buy a computer that is carbon neutral if you care about the environment, all right? So this is gonna be $599 starting. Now, with the M4 Pro, you can max it up to something like a 14-core CPU, 20-core GPU if you want to. We did, for fun, fully loaded a machine with like 64 gigs of unified memory, 8 terabytes of storage. That actually got all the way up to $4,699. So that's like what is possible with this machine. I think you're gonna get more than enough power than you ever will from many others, but the base model M4, 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU. All right, so we have the Mac Mini here. Let's do a little quick thing also. People saw my video at the Apple HQ, or Apple event, but I wanted to show you here. Let's compare these two side by side, all right? Mac Mini versus Apple TV 4K. Everyone's wondering like, what's the size difference? Well, I'll tell you, this is the size difference right here. I'm gonna hold these in hand and give you an over-the-top look, okay? Mac Mini, Apple TV 4K. You can also see the thickness. The Mac Mini is probably around maybe 50% thicker, right? This is a supercomputer and this is a streaming box. But here's a fun thing. Have you ever seen that video where they align like kind of like the design curves on here? If you look here and I stack these two on top of here and make them flush, the actual curvature of the Apple TV versus the Mac Mini on the edge corner, exactly the same. Yes, did you know that? This also comes to play with some of their other products as well. So I'm gonna try and show you this up top here, right? You line these up, that curved edge, exactly the same. How crazy is that? That's cool. So Apple TV, Mac Mini. Let's do another thing for comparison because this is an unboxing. I got my handy little scale here that can measure just the weight, just so you kind of get an idea of the weight difference between the two. I'm gonna pop this here, give you guys a good over the head view. I'm gonna put the Apple TV on top, and we're at 414 grams, okay? Take this off. Let's put the Mac Mini on the scale, y'all. 721 grams. So it's not twice as heavy, but look, you pack all that in the size. It's just kind of a reference of the weight. Also, just before we go, I forgot to mention, yeah, there's also some ports on the front of this Mac Mini. So that is 2 USB-C and then a 3.5 millimeter jack. But you see that all here, right? Rotate this around. There you go. The new Mac Mini, the smallest Mac desktop ever. And it's not only is it cute, the design is sweet, and this thing packs a whole bunch of power. Okay, so let's do this. I also have some accessories here, right? Remember, Apple released new USB-C versions of their keyboard, their Magic Mouse, their Magic Trackpad. I don't think we should open every single one of these because it's just like the same thing, but I did want to at least show you one thing. We've got to talk about our friend, the Magic Mouse here, okay? Magic Mouse, you know, USB-C. Let's open it up. I forgot I don't need my knife no more. Okay, here we go. Ready? Magic Mouse. Ooh, I think that sticker sounded more satisfying. Yeah. Yes. Okay, Magic Mouse. Show yourself. Oh, I do like, you know, they also have the different colors at least to match the iMacs, but this is, right, the black surface. But look here. Okay. Can we talk about this? USB-C port, Magic Mouse, all right? You see it up here from the top. So why am I yelling about it? Look, we know the lightning cable was always on the bottom, and what it meant is when you ever had to charge it, you charge it like this. Now, what does this mean? I cannot use my mouse. I cannot use my mouse like this. Like, all I'm saying is, even if it's low profile, it is not the most ergonomic mouse. I thought maybe they'd do something. Maybe we see a redesign with the mouse. We didn't, but they put the USB-C port there, and I mean, Apple already knows. That's a bad Apple, right? I want to be able to use my mouse while I still have it plugged in, like a lot of mice. That's just kind of a basic thing for me when I'm charging it. For some people, not the end of the world. I still think that should not be there. So there you go, everybody. This starts at $99. The USB-C accessories are all going to be the same price. But here you go, a nice look at the new Mac Mini M4 You know, this is Apple's M4 era, and this is, you know, starting at $599 and what you can do and what's it capable of. People wondering, why do I need a Mac Studio anymore? I think you still do for certain people, but this is it. Unboxed, first look, Mac Mini. Pre-order now, and then available November the 8th. Woo, lots of stuff in this ad.